Rainy day. I wonder if anybody is around. We'll see. Let me throw that ball again. Okay. I'm done. All right. I have nothing planned for today. I just figured it was crappy out and rainy. Maybe somebody would be up for a chat. Throwing a dilapidated tennis ball across the living room for the puppy. Oh, the little things in life, I say. Ugh. Right? Yeah. You want to play too? Go ahead, take that ball. Take it. Nellie's got it. Whoa. Nellie's got it. Well, I'm still wet from unloading the car. One of these days I'll dry off here. It's nice rain though. It's summer rain. Fix the rug, you two. You know who's gonna trip over that? Me. Wow, really? Oh, Ruby, you playing too? You playing too? Oh, Ruby too? Uh-oh. Careful. Okay, so I don't know if anybody's coming on today, but I did want to, oh, sorry, Ruby. Take a chance to say thank you. Because I don't even know if anybody sees what I post in my community. I'm not sure anybody sees anything that I post. Because I don't really see anything that anybody posts to me. I get maybe one comment every now and then, one or two. I'm not sure how they get through. I think nobody's paying attention. But we get like weekly recaps. And I got one today for August 11th to August 17th. And, this is what it tells me. And I'm sure all you other content creators get this too. Well, 273 likes in a week. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't get to see these. So, thank you. I look forward to these weekly updates because it's the only way I can actually see whether or not people are enjoying my shorts and any of my content, really. 4 shares, cool. Somebody likes something enough that they thought somebody else might laugh. Thank you so much. And 56 comments. I don't think I see 90% of what I'm supposed to see, but 273 likes. That's a lot of appreciation. So I wanted to make sure, even though it's crappy and rainy outside, that I jumped on today. I didn't really have any intention for today's conversation. I thought I'd sit by the open door because the air is so nice and cool. And just share with you what I got here. And thanks. Thanks. Oh, it looks like somebody jumped in. 555 Spider-Man, hi again. No dogs here. Help? Hello? Are you all right? Are you all right? There are dogs here. And I'm currently throwing a beat up tennis ball across the living room. Where'd you go? Oh, she went out. Here you go, ready? I'm constantly throwing a ball. It doesn't really matter where I am. How is everybody? Sorry, autocorrect. No worries. Hello. I'm glad it's not help because I'm not a good swimmer, not a lifeguard. Couldn't save you. I really just wanted to make sure people understand that I have to wait for things like that in order to really understand that anybody even notices my shorts. And I cherish those little weekly things because without those, I really wouldn't know. So thanks, YouTube, for sending those. That's a lot of likes. And I just think that's pretty cool. I'm going to guess they came off some of my dog shorts because I think those are my favorites. And I'm really able to find some pretty in-your-face music. Ooh, to go along. Hey. To go along with. Ooh. Welcome to my house. To go along with, you know, what's going on in my life. So I just figured I would open up for just an easygoing rainy day chat, see if anybody was around. I've had the pleasure of talking to a handful of people on somewhat of a regular basis. And it's really cool to feel like you have friends from all around the world. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's pretty freaking awesome. I'm the kind of person who'll chat you up in an elevator or a grocery line. I pity the fool who's stuck on a grocery line with me, because if you see any of my lives or know me in person in real life, I'm a chatterbox. And happy to chat with you about just about anything. As long as you're kind. I'm not into bashing people. I'm not into hardcore negativity. And if you're teasing somebody, there's a good chance I'll walk away. I don't know. It's not in my nature. I mean, good old-fashioned humor. Like, this morning, I saw on my Reels a Benny Hill video. Now, I can remember being like, what, 8, 9, 10, 11, and Benny Hill would be something my dad would be watching. And that guy was so funny. Yeah, a little bit perverted, but it was still PG because it was on regular television. But the sense of humor was so funny. Like I said in the past, I really like Lucille Ball. Tim Conway made me piss my pants. The guy is so funny. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the skit where he's falling up the stairs or slow motion down. I mean, the guy is so funny. But anyway, Frankie, hello. Mom, chill? Nah, I'm not a mom. Chill. Sometimes. Anyway, Frankie Parades. Yeah, 76 trombones to you. But anyway, no dogs here. You need dogs. And Spider-Man, it's been a while. How do I know you're... I mean, I think I met you on a different chat. But anyway, we're just kind of waiting out the rain. Mahosin, hello. Where's everybody today? Hi, Tara. I just unloaded the car and it's pouring, so I look like a drowned rat. I'm not really a drowned rat. I'm not a mom. Sorry that I look like one, but that's okay. I would have been a good mom if I had kids. I like all the hellos, but what's up? Does anybody want to chat? Throw a topic out there. Hi, Mario. I can't see today. Everything's a little blurry. I got fogged up on the left side here. A job. H-O-B. I was like, what now? I know, autocorrect. It has a mind of its own. I like that no matter what I'm doing, I have 675 unnecessary commas in my sentence. I think it's part of the hacking. I think they want to make it look like I have no idea what I'm doing. Even just on my regular phone, it is just nonstop ridiculous. And drives me nuts. But what are you going to do? I really do know where to place commas. Like, I have some okay grammatical skills, but you wouldn't know it by anything that I post. Most of the time I'll put a short on, I'll go back and read the description a couple days later, and I'm like, what? I'm not even using a microphone, so there's really no excuse, because they broke that on my phone. I can't do that anymore. Whatever. I have to get something off my chest. Okay. What do you want to chat about? I got some time for now. Great, Mario. I don't know. Throw something out there. Yeah, seriously, you do need at least one dog. I like multiple dogs. I like packs. So I just have to say something. I posted a very short live. I have a monarch. I have just one in my yard, and I try really hard to offer her plants so that she can lay eggs and we can get some more, because they're really struggling across the whole United States. I believe they're on the endangered list now, monarch butterflies I'm referring to. And I noticed there was a caterpillar maybe about 4 or 5 days ago, and you know, he was about this big, and he was still pretty thin. And I posted a short, I took a couple pictures, and I get excited about nature things. And then 2 days ago, I checked on him, and he was fat. I mean, he was a hunk of a caterpillar. So instead of taking, you know, a couple of videos, I just went on a live so that you kind of see him in action, because he was munching away on a leaf, and a couple of leaves, and he was doing a really good job. He was looking really good. And I was like, okay, let's do something else. Let's doing chores around the house. I think I was in the house for maybe 15, 20 minutes. And I was like, oh, I got to go back and look at this caterpillar again, because, yeah, life is too short, and I do appreciate simple things, simple pleasures. I went out and he was gone. There's only one plant there next to the dog pool. And I know in the video or short or whatever, you can see the dog pool, you can hear the water. The location of the plant would be very obvious to anybody who would want to address it. So he was gone. I looked all over the place. You know, sometimes they do crawl around and then look for some place to hang upside down and, you know, crystallize. But I couldn't find him. And this isn't the first creature that's disappeared from my yard, including a pet cat, and a tortoise was smashed. And these are the kinds of things that I'm dealing with angry people right now in my life. And it's just breaking my heart to see that anybody would attack something that's... What's a caterpillar gonna do? Poop on ya? I mean, do you really want to hurt my feelings that bad that you're gonna take advantage of creatures that can't defend themselves? So I just want to put it out there. I just think it's gross. It's disgusting. Like, if you sincerely have a problem with me, call me on the phone, send me an email, address me directly, because to take whatever it is that you have out on me, on creatures that can't defend themselves, just to hurt my feelings or to try to steal my joy, I think it's disgusting. I don't know what else to say about it. It's really bothering me. I mean, I've maintained a sense of calm about it because I can't control anybody else's actions. I don't have your conscience, and I'm certainly not collecting your karma. So the only thing I can do is, you know, feel sad. But I'm not responsible for this. I'm not responsible for other people's choices, okay? So you have to remember that in life. I don't care how mad you are at somebody. I don't care how much a situation in your, you know, you have a consequence for something that you did and somebody else brought it to the attention. You know what? Own up to it. And if you're mad and you just want somebody to disappear so you can steal something that they have, grow the fuck up. Go get a job. Go work hard and get what you need or what you want in life. Don't take from other people. Okay? Because it's just not how we're supposed to do things. You know, ask for support. Barter. There is, believe it or not, assistance. I go to the food pantry because I need that help. You know, I work my butt off, but I'm paycheck by paycheck. I get a little bit of help from a certain person, which I often say no to. And the thing is, I work my butt off. I'm a really hard worker. My work ethic is phenomenal. You wouldn't know it by looking at my paycheck. I have degrees. I have experience. But nobody seems to want to acknowledge those things. So I'm just saying, do what you can do, but don't take away from something that can't even stick up for itself. What's wrong with you? I don't know. I'm really, really, really hoping it crawled somewhere and it's working on being inside a chrysalis. It's the only thing I could think of, because I just know the way I took the video. Somebody could easily just come and pluck them. There was one plant, easy to find. I'm just a little heartbroken for nature. And if you did take him, God, I hope you put him somewhere else where he could continue to grow. Because if you squashed him like you did the other creature, again, the only thing I could say is you're disgusting. Like, I have no other words. But anyway, I needed to get that off my chest. Aside from, you know, the huge thank you that I don't get to see information. So any of you who've popped on and didn't see this at the beginning, apparently I had 273 likes this past week. I didn't get to see those. So I just wanted you to know that. When I get my weekly updates, it really means a lot to me. I'm doing this to just honestly work through some stress that I have, and I've started to really enjoy being creative. I hope you're liking the connection of the music to the shorts that I make. They're just little funny things that I capture with my animals, you know, things that I want to remember. I love insects. I've always been in nature, not knee-deep in a pond as a kid, always in the woods. So I'm not doing this really to please anyone or It's not a monetized channel because of all the hacking. My numbers continue to go down instead of up. It makes zero sense. I shared that on another, I think I shared it on a short and a live. I don't get it. I don't understand why people get away with this. I mean, YouTube should have already caught it. YouTube should have caught anything where the numbers are going down. And I don't understand. Like, I just don't get it. I have over 500,000 shorts views. How the hell are my numbers so low? You know, and this is just common sense. Like I said, I'm not a monetized channel. I don't know if I'll ever be. I don't know if I'll even continue because I'm not really sure the aggravation is worth it. Although I really love capturing memories and having another excuse to listen to music. You know, I'll be back at work a lot more soon, and I'll have a little less time to do things. But I really just wanted to say thank you because it's nice when you're appreciated, just in general, you know. Sorry if I'm not paying attention to the chat. If I don't have my glasses on, everything is like a worse blur. But anyway, hi, Reagan Blocks. I do. And I just want you guys to know, I'm hoping that a friend of mine who we couldn't figure out why he couldn't get onto my live the other day. He's an avid gamer, by the way, and he's my age, and he's also a fantastic dancer and an advocate for people who need assistance, and happily married to a wonderful man, and he plays video games, and I've never given him crap about it. So for the record, anybody who's attacking me about video games, even my closest friends, I let them be who they want to be. So anybody who's heard that I've been bashing video games, it wasn't me. There are people out there pretending to be me. There are people out there using my identity right now, saying and doing things that are completely inappropriate to who I am. So please remember to ask the horse. Talk to the horse. And if you need to call me a horse's ass every now and then, fine. I have no shame. I'm goofy. I'm silly. I trip over my own feet. But I have a sense of humor. Number 1 in Fortnite. That's great. I don't know what that means, but I'm pretty sure my friend would. You know, but I did watch an interview the other day. I forget. I started watching these. It's a channel. Let me see if I can find it. But he was interviewing somebody who, I guess when they were 16, turned into a multimillionaire because he was streaming his gaming situation. And he was interviewing this young man, and I believe he was from Essex. Maybe I'm wrong. I want to say, like, you know, over the pond, you know, compared to me. This young boy, I mean, he pointed out so many wake-up calls and so many, you know, realizations that he had meeting people. And although he made a living, a very quick living, and maybe a surprise living at how wonderful everything went, what he focused on the most were the people in his life, his parents, his friends, the loss of a friend. He didn't even really focus on, you know, the numbers. He said after a while, you know, he realized he was getting advice that don't watch the numbers, don't pay attention to the numbers. He was a real person playing those video games. So, you know, although video games may be getting a really bad rap, those are real people playing them. So when you have your headsets on and you don't know exactly who you're talking to and you're exchanging words, you could be talking to a kid. You could be talking to an 80-year-old man. Be nice. You don't know, really, who is on the other side. Focus on the game. Like this young man here who's just made a... What did you just say you did? Number 1 in Fortnite. I'm imagining you are super freaking psyched about that. I don't know what it means. But I hope to God while you're doing these games, you're being respectful of the people you're playing against. Because if there are kids who are doing video games and they're on longer than they should be, let's hope they're being exposed to at least respectful people. People who know how to win and lose gracefully. People who know how to not bully and tease. Hey, play the game. Enjoy the game. Play it for hours. But don't make it a hell for anyone else. And, you know, it's getting a bad rap because there's so much negativity attached to it. Well, this young man, I so apologize. I'll look back up and maybe make a note in this live who I'm referring to. And the man who interviewed him, it was a really beautiful chat. And I watched it because I don't know much about video games, but I do understand that there's quite an issue going on right now. From a teacher's perspective, I do know that it does affect the focus of children negatively. It's amazing how a child can't memorize multiplication facts, but they can tell you everything that they played on a game for 3 hours. And it just shows you how quickly the brain will create a pathway and then freeze out others if there's something monopolizing an avenue for learning or an avenue for focus. So you do have to keep in mind, you know, limiting that time and that access is important for a younger mind, a mind that is still growing. But adults, by all means, I think you hit 21 and 21, 22, 23, somewhere around there, you physically stop growing. You still learn, but you stop growing. So give those young people a break when they're playing these games. Even if they're trying to be tough and they're using language that's, you know, aggressive, they're just trying to keep up with what they think is cool. You know, they really just want to play the game because it's fun. And I don't know about those addictive things. I'm going to look into that because now that I've seen a few more things on it, I'm curious to see exactly what, you know, I guess what's been actually found out, you know, science-wise on that. I don't know. I'm not quoting anything. I'm just grabbing bits and pieces of things that I've been watching. But I'm sorry, I don't remember who that interviewer is, but it really made me realize that he might be a multimillionaire, but because he played video games and he live streamed them, but he's just a young man. I want to say he's in his maybe early 20s now, but I think he said he was 16 when his life blew up because of it, and he became famous, and it didn't matter how much he talked about the numbers. His discussion always ended up talking about a real person and how much that real person's words or friendship or connection meant to him. So I think what we just have to do is remind people who are gamers, and anything that could be remotely addictive, that there's real people behind that. There's real people behind those personas, and that there's real people who have real feelings and emotions and needs. You know, video games don't actually give you an opportunity to ask people for support when you need it, or, you know, say thank you. But I do know I've overheard kids playing on these things, and it can be pretty rough. I know I had a young friend who told me he felt very bullied by people who are supposed to be on his team, who are trying to get the same points. And I said to him, why do you keep playing? Like, if it hurts your feeling, why do you keep playing? And he just shrugged his shoulders. So, you know, it shows you that adolescents, people in that age range, they don't know really the right thing to do. And a lot of times they just follow suit. Even if it feels wrong, they're going to keep doing it because they just don't know to walk away. They don't want to be seen as not cool. So you adults who play these things and have an opportunity to be good role models, kick ass on your game. But keep in mind that these are real people. These are real people that you're playing against. Just be nice to each other. I mean, I get the competitiveness can get a little nutty, but it's still a game. So be kind to each other. Sorry, I just had to get that off my chest. Because I'm really tired of being kind of attacked for comments that I'm not making, or, you know, a perspective that I don't have, you know. And I wish everybody the best of luck in playing. You know, it's not my thing. I'll meet you on the dance floor. You know, but hey, Sunnyland, I didn't see you on there. Oh, you watched some of my shorts? Yeah. I got some goofy dogs, and so we have some goofy dog friends, and thank you, I appreciate that. It's just real life. But I've been trying to utilize, music to kind of speak the words that I need to get across to those of you who care about the identity situation and anybody else who's going through it. Reagan Blacks, I hope you're smiling and not laughing at me. I'm being really serious. My whole teaching career has revolved around young kids. And so, you know, anything from Roblox to Minecraft to whatever. You know, and I have some very good friends, like I said, who are adults who play video games. It is what it is. If you enjoy it, that's wonderful. Just be kind. You know what I mean, though. Right, Reagan Blacks? Excuse me. You know what I'm talking about. Can you give me some, like, real feedback instead of a goofy emoji? You know, that would be really helpful. Sunnyland, thank you. I don't know if you saw, but maybe you're one of those people, those 273 likes from last week. This is the only way I know that I get all this information. So thank you if you bothered to like anything. My dogs are clueless. My cats are clueless. My neighbor's dog is clueless. But any of the people who come and hang out with me, they think it's hilarious too because they're seeing it all in real life. And then every once in a while I'll get a comment. They'll be like, oh, I know why you put that song on there. And I'll be like, yo. But I'm not really somebody who retaliates. I will be more subtle in my messages because I'd like to think somebody with intelligence would pick up on that. Hey, Trump 911. What are you calling me? I don't think that's relevant. But thanks for the compliment. So I have Polybus. It's a fun game. You should try it. Well, I don't really have a working computer right now. I'm not really a tech savvy person at all. But thank you again for even suggesting a game to me. You're at least acknowledging the fact that I am capable of trying something new. And I have tried video games. Like I said, I grew up with Atari, Nintendo, arcade games. And yeah, we played Donkey Kong. Like, my dad had an arcade game in the bar that he owned. And we flipped that Miss Pac-Man. After dance practice, there'd be 12 of us, taking turns. And we get it. We get it. It's just, ooh. What'd you do? Open that back up, Rowie. Thank you. Thank you for the suggestion. If I had a means, I probably would try. You feel free to tell me what it's about. I liked and subscribed. Mike's Side! Oh, okay, cool. Oh my God, I've been trying to watch the latest Giz. I guess they were at that festival. Oh my God, I was dying laughing. They had so much fun. And when they had their manager come out and she had a mustache on, I guess it was like I forget what they called it, but everybody was all dressed up in like opposite sex clothing and makeup. And they're just such a funny group of guys. Anyways, Mike's Side, I'm sure you're watching those. Were you there? Let's see. What's your question, my friend? And Reagan Blocks, I don't know that I would sit and play a video game on such a tiny screen. I don't have the eyes for that. But I do appreciate you being kind to me about the subject. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead, ask your question. Oh, the festival. Yeah, their festival. I know. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't word it correctly. Yeah, I'm not done watching the streams, but I have watched a lot of them. And I just keep falling more in love with that band. Just how the guys are, how they are on stage with each other. How I've been watching some of their off-stage stuff. They're hilarious. Just a bunch of funny guys. So yeah, I've just been loving it. I forget what one it was, but man, the hair was standing up. I don't know what it was. I even commented something like that in the short. But I can't. I'm trying. I'm trying to watch as many as I can. So go ahead and ask your question. Do you like hamburgers? Are you trying to find out if I'm a vegan? I'm not a vegan, but I am thoughtful sometimes in my food choices. If that's what you're asking me. Why you would ask me why I like hamburgers? Yeah. FOMO is real. Going to be real hard fighting the urge to go next year. Honestly, where did that take place? Because I'm going to tell you what. I'm on a mission to change my life a little bit and figure out how to have a few more adventures while I'm still just in my early 50s. I don't want to miss out on any more good stuff. Meadow Creek. Oh, it was Colorado. Mr. Colorado. Man, there's really no excuse for me not to be there. There really isn't. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, things will get better for me. And stop asking me about hamburgers, silly man. It's just, I need to get there. I need to get to more live music of any kind. I think next year, if I have the funds, I'm going to get year-round season tickets to Bethel, New York, Bethel Woods. It was the site of the original Woodstock, and now it's a concert arena. And they have a really beautiful setup up there. I've been to many shows there. I absolutely love it. I even met somebody who worked there. Actually, I knew two people who worked there. One a security guard, and I forget what she said she did, but she said she really loved the experience, and she loved it. Oh, she worked in the museum. She worked in the museum there, that's right. And maybe that'll be next year's summer job. Like, I'm going to look into something where I can be next to music. She said she met a lot of nice people. She met a lot of artists, because when you work there, you can kind of go behind the scenes and stuff. And I don't really necessarily want to meet anybody in particular or meet anybody in general. I just want to be close to the music. I want to be able to work and bebop around to live music. I just think it'd be awesome. I have to make some of those kinds of changes in my life because, life is too fucking short. And what's your deal with hamburgers? Hard to take you seriously when you're not being serious. Oh, I'm not even going to try to read that, Reagan Blocks. But But I did, I tried to redo my friend's, and I resubscribed to his channel. We're trying to fix it. If he hops on, you'll have somebody to talk about video games with. He's hilarious. He's always, you know, sending me little snippets of stuff. He's like, I'm the one in purple. I'm like, okay. But I support it. It makes him happy. He works hard, and he's a good person. So, like I said, you deserve to find things that make you happy. You just have to realize that they're real people, real feelings on the other side. If they announce another run on Forest Hills, oh, man. Now, I went last year. I didn't go this year. I just didn't have the opportunity. But Forest Hills was wonderful. And last year, I don't know if you remember Mike's side, I was able to go down like a month later to a friend who lived down south, and I got to see them in Charlotte, North Carolina. And it was so soon after the first concert. I mean, hook, line, sinker. Like, I mean, they had me after the first one, but after watching 2 live shows and seeing how incredibly different they were, but also incredibly powerful, there's no way in hell I would not take up an opportunity to go see that band again. Go ahead, push it open. Push. Push it open. Push. Come on, Rowie. Teamwork. Air is nice. My air is nice. I don't need the fly thing, because you know what? There's really no flies today. I think they're all hiding out because it's raining. I just want air. Air is nice. So anyway, thanks for letting me get that shit off my chest. Yeah, where have you seen them last, Mike? Oh, that's where you were last, right? Forest Hills. Do you have anything planned? Aside from next year's Forest Hills, I would love to go there again. I just can't drive to the city. Like, I can't be the person behind the wheel. Someone will get hurt. Like, you don't want me behind the wheel driving to the city. It just would not be very pretty. That would be really scary. First show was Toronto. Oh, gotcha. Ooh, Toronto. Let me tell you what, though. I'm amazed at their fans. It doesn't matter where they are. When they were over in Europe, when they were here in the United States or Toronto, any of these clips that I'm seeing, I mean, they got one hell of a lovable following. I mean, these people are amazing. And I think if I were a musician and that's what my crowd looked like, there's no way in hell I would want to be doing anything else with my time. I mean, aside from loving making music, but like, what a party. It is just one nonstop party. And who doesn't want to be a part of a party? Like, come on. There's a website called, Weirdo Swarm. Yeah, I know all about that. I just don't, like I said, I don't really have a working computer. I have, I'm working with what I have right now. And most of what I have is hacked, so, yeah. Like I said, I'm trying to work through some, oh my God, are these less fuzzy? Trying to work through some shit. And when I get my freedom back, yeah. It's a chance you take putting your face out there, but, a little bit better. When I get my freedom back, I hope to be back on the road, doing something somewhere with music. Now, let me fix this. So we don't trip. Oh, get off the road. Get off. Get off. Fix it. Because get off. Way too much. Hold on. Nellie, this way, please. Nellie, come on. I can't move it when there's 65 pounds sitting on it. Oh, okay, much better. Oop! Still tripped over it. Okay. Sorry. Mike. According to its seen 47 unique songs heard across 3 shows. Ooh. I didn't know that Ambrose could play the flute also. Like, I've been noticing a lot of really fun things. They're just so much fun. I think Cavs make some of the best faces. And listen, I like all music, and I appreciate, like, all bands, and, you know, I love live bands in general, but, like, this group of guys, they're so cool. I'm really glad I had the experience of, like, learning about this band and even seeing them live, because I like their music. A lot of times I'll put that on when I'm going to sleep, and I don't always hear the end of it because I'll fall asleep, but I love it, and I'm a big fan of the Grim Reaper, and they have been playing that nonstop. And they've been playing it, and it's slightly different each time, and I don't care. I love it every time. I love it. I don't know. Somebody actually commented once that they didn't care for the way, and I was like, what? I was like, what's my favorite? And also, you know what? If you can do a song 6 different ways, come on. You want me to throw that? I'm trying to fix the rug because every time I throw this damn ball, the rug comes this way when she pushes off because she's like 80 pounds. And then it gets a big ripple over here. And when Nellie and I try to move over here, we fall on our faces. But, you know, do what you got to do when it's raining. I mean, we do play outside too, but even Ruby got out of the way because she got jumped on a few times. Oh, that was Joey Ambrose added congas to his setup. It was Joey? Oh, okay. I thought it was Ambrose. Or did he pass it to Joey? I could have sworn it was in his hands. Joey's great. Like, they're all awesome. And the bassist guy who wears the jumpsuit. What's his name? I don't really know their names that well. A few of them. Ooh. I do like Ambrose's side band. I listen to a lot of their music too. The band that he has, what's it called? I'm sorry, like my brain is really like funny today. I didn't sleep so good. Can you put it over here? Can I have it? Thank you. What do you do all day? I throw balls. It's pretty much what you do when you have dogs. I feel bad for that guy who said no dogs. He needs dogs. Yeah. You know, if you have the patience for a dog, they are a lot of work. Lucas? Okay. I didn't know that. But he was quite the character in the last few that I watched. Murlocs! Did you know I went to an event in New York City, and there was a boat docked up that said Ambrose right on the side. I thought that was pretty cool. I think we shared it. But I was like, check it out. You know, the little things that you notice. But like Stu can really sing, you know, like they have some skills. They have some mad skills. Even when they're being goofy, their mad skills show up, you know. Murlocs. What? Yeah, I kind of have like, every time I come across something good, I make sure like I follow it so that it's always kind of coming up in my, and sometimes I don't get anywhere because there'll be like a 40-minute thing and then like a 30-minute thing and then 2 hours go by and I'm like, oh, all I did was listen to music today. Oh, that's okay. I probably snuck in a short. Thanks for checking them out, Mike. You must have watched a few. Some of my older ones are more funny because like the last couple months have been pretty stressful for me, so they've been a little kind of in your face. But like the Naked King, I've come across some songs that, man, like I have such respect for songwriters, especially songwriters who pick really kind of like ugly topics and they're not afraid to like be blunt or like, it's still raining? Not afraid to be blunt. I love that because I need that right now. I need to like subtly say stuff to people because I'm not the kind of person who's going to get right in somebody's face. And I don't know if any of these people are even picking up these messages, but man, does it feel good to just send it out there. You know, like trying to get to the bottom of a bunch of stuff. And, you know, all the artists and bands that played at the festival were amazing. It's a good source for new music. I did watch a number of artists there. I couldn't tell you what their names were. There was one or two where I was like, hey, awesome. But it looked like a phenomenal place. And I believe that was like, it was their concert, right? And then that's why they brought their manager up there because they were thanking her for the experience. And I watched the part where they announced to everybody that they plan on returning and doing it all over again. And every single one in that band had a huge smile on their face. So I guess they saw it as successful. I mean, if it's successful and everybody's having a freaking blast, do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Let's just make sure neighbor Sue's there and Mike's side's there. Right? Just make sure we get an invite so we can come and cheer them on. I wouldn't be down in like the rowing pit, but I would be where I could bounce around for sure. Hard to sit still to any music, really. what are you gonna do, right? But yeah, no, I love chatting with you about it because you clearly have a really nice passion for them. And I look forward to all their new stuff, their nonstop new stuff. I still haven't listened to all of their albums, and every once in a while I'll come across, one that I haven't heard, and it's like, damn, like, damn. Even like 10 years ago, I was like, damn, they were just as awesome then. Yeah, that's a lot of ums for me today. I don't normally say so many times. I guess that shows you how tired I am today. But that's okay. Worked my ass off yesterday. Got a lot done. It is what it is. But anyway, thanks, Mike. And thanks for subscribing. I mean, hopefully you'll enjoy something that I post. And you'll know when things get better in my life, because I won't have to use such, in your face type of lyrics in music. But lyrics of a song, there's a few songs like that one, that Naked King, that short. I absolutely love that song. It's so good. Hey there, Island Girl. I'm doing good. You still never told me what your favorite animal was. I'm gonna hold you to that, young lady. Everything's good. Yeah, Mike's side, thanks. Thank you so much. And I have you in my thing. I see things that you put out, and I love your stuff. It's all good. It's so good. Here's a secret. Oh, you were? That's okay. That's cool. Thanks. I mean, like I said, I'm not a monetized channel. They won't let my numbers do what they're supposed to do. You'll see the short that I put on there where it shows several months ago it was this number, and today, I mean, honestly, I looked at it today, and I was just like, are you for fucking real? Like, how much does this not make any sense? I'll show you. And I really like YouTube. I'm just not, I was listening to a little chinchilla this morning. I don't know if anybody knows who she is, from Great Britain. She's phenomenal. Another one with a voice that is so powerful, and she can control it. It's all great and fine and dandy when you have power. But if you can take that power and you can put it from like this end of the spectrum to this end of the spectrum at the drop of a note, she can do that. Her voice is amazing, so powerful. But like, so I'll show you today, for example. I don't understand. Now all of a sudden, okay, at one point, my valid public shorts views were, I think the highest I saw it was like 140 something. Now it's at 70. Okay. That 116 valid public watch hours, I believe, was 63 yesterday. I don't understand the 70K. I mean, I think it was what was it yesterday? I could look. I've been taking pictures of everything because I'm tired of this crap. I've been documenting everything, and none of it makes any sense. Well, I subscribed to your channel a long time ago, Mr. Side. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, how do your numbers go down? I mean, you would think naturally numbers just go up, right? I took some time, and I'm getting good at understanding the analytics when you go on to, I don't know, do you use YouTube Studio? Because that's the only thing I know to use to create shorts and stuff. So I go on to my like analytics there, and I'm blown away by like the numbers, but I would not know any of that's going on. Like, am I supposed to be celebrating things when they don't? Do you know what I mean? It's disheartening. I'm really waiting for someone at YouTube to see all the flags. I have sent so many emails and feedbacks and screenshots. Nobody ever gets back to me. So, I got to the point where I researched YouTube and the California and India, and I've sent emails, and it's just, nobody seems to care. So whoever's in charge either doesn't like me or is making a pretty penny allowing somebody to mess with my stuff. Not cool. But again, while I have the time and I continue being happy creating stuff and I'm always going to be spending time with my girls and in nature and, you know, live music. Like I even posted snippets of my niece in a play up in Albany, New York. She was in Oklahoma. And I had a whole bunch of them, but I didn't post any of the ones. There was a couple sitting just in front of me, a little bit lower. And while I was videoing, I didn't realize that their heads, like their silhouettes and their heads were like in the bottom. And they were really cute with each other. They were very sweet with each other. And every once in a while, they'd kiss each other and do things. And I didn't feel it was very appropriate for me to share any cool snippets that I took that had their heads in there. Because, you know, that was their moment. I didn't want to ruin it. So the 2 or 3 that I had that, you know, I was smart enough to hold it up above them. What are you going to do? I did share those. And, you know, I think it's great. I think it's great to be able to share when an artist puts something out there. The fact that Giz and another artist like Ren from England, I know Giz from Australia, but like they want people to share their stuff. I mean, how long are we on this planet? How many years of life do we have to make a difference? Is it all about money? I don't think so, especially when you're that big. They just want people to enjoy themselves, and I got nothing but love for that because you know damn well we are. Especially when we're in their crowd or listening to their music in any capacity. And that goes for you video game players too. You know, video game makers are getting really rich off you guys, but you know what? They got to appreciate who you are as people because you're enjoying their content, you're enjoying what they make, you're enjoying their creativity. You know, somebody's creating those games, you know, and those people who are putting those sneaky things in there, shame on you. Don't you think somebody would just love what you're doing without the addictive factor? Look at music. What is there subliminal messages in Giz music? Or, you know, or are we just enjoying their craft? I don't know. You know, it makes you wonder, right? No. Well, maybe. You got to ask the Giz world people. You never know. You never know in this world, but I'd like to say no. I'd like to say that they're just amazing in general. Well, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Oh, wow. How cool is that? Someone here local who teaches music is in Peak Scale Live, and I just caught wind of his. I'm so excited for him. I have to make sure I follow up. I got to make sure I go see him, too. I want to support it. He's great. He's a ham. Got good personality. One of these days I'll get there too. But I do support it wholeheartedly. Anybody who makes music and is out there trying to do the right thing, you know. And respecting their own love of life, you know. I don't have any of those skills. I don't really sing well. I don't have no musical talent. I can't make music at all. But I do sing along like an ass, dance along like an ass, like I said, horse's ass. But I love it. It makes me happy. And I don't think I'm hurting anybody, and I very rarely step on people's toes. Unless you get too close on the dance floor, anything can happen. I get elbowed a lot because I'm short. I do get elbowed a lot. But I'm so forgiving. Like, who's going to get mad? Get on the dance floor. You're going to bump around. And, you know, even when you polka dance, oh, my God. Let me tell you something. I went to a podiatrist once for my ankle. And, of course, they take x-rays of your whole foot, that you know, how all your bones interlock. And he said to me, he's like, all your long bones in your feet, you know, that go from the top of your foot to the end of your toes. He's like, almost all your long bones in both of your feet have been broken. He's like, what the hell? And I'm like, oh, probably heels on the dance floor. Because I was on a Polish dance floor from age 5 to I'm still doing it. And it could be pretty dangerous. And people stomp around pretty hard in heels. So I just said to him, I was like, gotta be the dance floor. I said, gotta be dancing. Like, gotta be dancing. And he was like, oh, I never heard of such a thing. Like, well, you know, your feet are your wheels for dancing. But I said to him, that's got to be it. I mean, I know how I hurt my ankle. I mean, playing sports, but and maybe dancing when I was younger. But yeah, ouch. But anyway, I thought that was kind of funny, and the X-rays were really funny to look at. I was like, oh, I know what song that was. But you know what? When you're having a good time, especially when you're young, you don't stop to think about what hurts. You just keep going. You know, I also have an extreme high tolerance for pain, which, you know, it is what it is. But, anyways, I don't know who I lost or if I gained anybody. I can't see any numbers at the top right now. It's everything is just a big white blur. But But, and look at my dog just chilling here by the door. This is what we do when it rains, right? We sit and we look outside and we watch the rainfall. And then when it stops, we run out there and try to do something. But this is how ridiculously addictive we are to going outside. Like, even when it's crappy outside, where are we? We're 2 feet from an open door. Like, I can't help it. Hi, Tron. Hi, Tron. Oi. We Tron. H-U-Y. It's just kind of an open chat today. I had to vent a couple things and share a thank you to all the likes that I didn't really know that I was getting. And give some crap to whoever keeps hurting all of the natural things and, you know, to try to steal my joy. Don't hurt somebody else's joy to attack me. That's just not nice. But yeah, what is it? It's Wednesday here, and it's summer here, but it's dark and it's chilly and it's rainy. I did all my errands. I came back, meanwhile to unload the car. So I'm finally drying off, still a little damp. You know, just chilling with the girls. I cleaned my ass off yesterday. I brought all my rugs outside. I mean, yesterday was a rough day as far as like nonstop moving around. So I said today I'll do some errands and I'll come home and I'll make a sandwich and I'll make something to drink and just sit and relax. And that's what I'm doing. So yeah, thanks for anybody who's joined me. I did listen to a bunch of 45s the last time, and I did go get the other box. So I'll plan maybe maybe Friday or this weekend. It's my last weekend that I won't be working. And I'll probably listen to the rest of the records because I had a blast with or without company, and there were a few people who hung out and enjoyed the music too. And there was a woman named Catherine who came in towards the end of my live, and she touched a nerve with me. And unfortunately, I saw the last thing that she typed before I hit the X, and I didn't have an opportunity to respond to her words. But she said exactly what I needed to hear, and I'm really hoping she pops on in any of my future lives. I know exactly what her name is, and I know exactly what she said to me. And, you know, it doesn't take much to make somebody's day better. It really doesn't. And your choice of words can make or break somebody's feelings for the day, somebody's emotions for the day, about how they feel about themselves, about the world, whether or not they're going to continue or give up on something. So, Catherine, if you're out there, you know who you are. I owe you a lot of love, because nobody has to say anything mean. Nobody ever has to say anything kind. But when you choose to do that, it really does make a difference. It really does. You know? Yeah, so Mike's side, thanks again for popping in. I don't know what you're busy doing. Are you working? Like you were last time? Did that storm hit you? Because I think that's what this rain is. What is it, Aaron? The storm Aaron? Did it get you guys? Down there where you are? No, maybe you're gone. That's okay too. I know you usually jump in when you're working, and I don't want to interrupt your focus. I don't know who else is in here. If you don't say anything to me, I can't address you. I really have nothing planned, so I probably won't be on here very long at all. I just wanted to make sure that it was documented that I do get my weekly updates from YouTube, and I see there that people are liking my shorts, and it means a lot. You know, I think I would do it even if nobody hit like, because it means a lot to me to just have this outlet to express myself, be creative, and damn, I wish I had stumbled across this years ago, because I think I would have been an endless short creator, and I've had some funny ass freaking moments that I think would have been great to share. I watched something today. I just about pissed my pants laughing. It's flooding like right now, and this thing is gonna go big because it's hilarious. And they put it in slow motion, which I haven't really figured out how to take a video that isn't in slow motion and make it slow motion. Usually I just use slow motion just for fun to see what it looks like as I'm taking the video. But they they took a video of a girl standing on the end of a wooden boat, and in the boat looked like a little short-haired terrier. And she's facing the other way. She turns. She's like, okay, I'm going to take my dive. She goes to take her dive, and the wood that she's standing on snaps, and her foot catches underneath the dog, and the poor dog gets thrown in the air, and he's like, whoa, and you just see this little Wheaten terrier, like silky hair terrier, going flying. She's already, and it is so cute because, I mean, it's hysterical because it's slow motion. And one of the comments was like, some of the comments, I mean, seriously, when people make comments, I just piss my pants there too. I could get stuck in a comment section for hours, one funnier than the next. So I really just love the fact that people can take something and they can turn it into, you know, an experience for everybody else. My favorite comment is like, please somebody like my comment. So it brings this back into my, into my loop. I get a kick out of that too. Hurricane missed us. Oh, very good. Yeah, it's up here, but it's only, I guess, hitting the coast. 2 developing systems, the one after the other one coming up. We'll see how that goes. Well, I will keep my fingers crossed and on that. You stay safe and, you know, you don't lose too much of what you're doing. What do you think, Rowie? I don't hear too much rain going on. Maybe I'll WALK them, you know, while it's raining. That's always fun, too. I took them late again last night, and I felt bad because I didn't take Ruby. And she's so smart. So I tried once to take them. I'm whispering because they're all listening. Look, they know what I'm saying. I swear to God they do. And I brought all of the leashes and the things that I would need. And I carried everything outside kind of quiet. I came inside, put my sneakers on. She was laying down with her eyes closed. She's my older dog. And to get around the loop where I take them, sometimes it's a real struggle for her. And it's even more of a struggle for the two who normally go really fast to slow down. So I tried like being sneaky. Like I do take her, but nowhere near as often as I used to because her legs go out. And I watch her during the day, and if it's a weekday, I won't bring her. When she's fairly strong, I'll bring her. She did great the other night, but she didn't do so good on the stairs, and you know, I don't want her to get hurt. So we tried, and I had to like switch gears and do a bunch of other things. Then she decides to lay down on the deck. I'm like, Rube, the sun's going down, man. It's dark. And she finally went inside. I felt bad, but I was like, the other two were like, whoa, we're not going. So I closed the door and I said, I'm sorry, honey, you have to stay. And she was just as excited to see us when we came back. But it breaks my heart because, you know, I don't like to leave anybody out, any dog out, any nothing out. You know, you participate your capacity. The problem is where we walk, it's all hills, and it's the worst thing for her. And I've worked really hard to get some weight off her, but she has a huge mass on her side. Like, she's not well, aside from being older. So, and because we don't have a swimming outlet like we normally have, this is the first, I think these dogs and me are going through withdrawal. We would normally be at the pond every day, from April to October. And this is the first year of all of our lives that we haven't had that outlet. So this has been a really heavy season for me. I have had to swallow a lot of crap that, you know what, people are mean. And I'm just going to leave it there. I mean, if that's who they want to be. You know, again, we're making the most of what we can do. And I try. Listen, if I say RIDE, if I say WALK, if I say CAR, if I say READY, I mean, there are certain words, if I say them, all 3 of them will start bouncing around like morons. And I feel really bad if that happens and I cannot follow through with an experience. I don't know what I said one day, and the 3 of them went right to the door. So I put them in the car and we drove around for 15, 20 minutes, and then we came home. I was like, but they seem just as happy nonetheless. I mean, you have to realize wolves are not sedentary creatures, and dogs are basically domesticated wolves, you know, to some degree. So they like to be on the move. They like forward movement, like any kind of pack situation, and dogs are pack animals. And so if you can get them on the move and you can get them sniffing new smells every day, they're usually pretty happy. But if they have to sit in one spot for long periods of time, it's boring. It's boring to their senses. You know, we can easily turn on a television and our visual and our hearing will suffice whatever that need is to see something somewhere else. Dogs aren't like that. You know, they need active learning. They need active movement. Right, Rowie? Rowie, come here. I'm sitting on a little wooden chair, okay, like from an old classroom. And come here. I want to see how tall you are. This dog isn't, but she, why do you always put your head down? Let me see your face. She's very tall. She can put her head on the counter in the kitchen. And I've never had a dog tall enough to put her head on the counter. And yeah, she has stolen some stuff. People say, oh, your dog doesn't respect you. Bullshit. If I leave a hamburger on the counter and I leave the kitchen for 15 minutes, if I were her, I would take that hamburger too. I don't get mad. I laugh at it, and I'm just like, oh, oh, speaking of hamburgers, something. No, my dog likes hamburgers. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm babbling about anymore, Mike. I'm just simply babbling. That's what I do best. I'm a chatterbox. But I got to tell you, I've been like this as a kid, and I also think it's somewhat of an escape for me. An escape, you know. Any negative feelings don't stand a chance, because if I can grab them and send them out there, they don't linger. Right? Look at your funny whiskers today. They're going all sorts of different directions. I'm petting her chest. And whenever I pet like right on where her chest bone is, she kind of, and now she's laying down. It's like that one spot on her. If she's a little crazy, I can like get her right there, and then she just chills out. Everybody's got a soft spot, right? Mike, you got a soft spot? Everybody's got a soft spot. And I mean, you know how I mean it. I don't mean it like you think I mean it. You out there with the crazy minds. Oh, it looks like there's a few other people in here. Does anybody have any suggestions? I could put on more records. I could do all sorts of stuff. I could read. I could read more poetry, because that was freaking funny. I have some books about like dream interpretations. That might be kind of fun to do for one of these, as long as people show up and share a dream. I had a gentleman read my tarot cards the other day. I'm also a reader. It's just something I've always done. I think it's fun. But like, I don't think I would ever do it. I need the person sitting by me, but it was really fun to have it done. I thought that was super cool. And he gave me a phenomenal reading. Like I said to him, I was like, are you sure you didn't script this? Like, you couldn't get a better reading than that. Let's see. Aiden's Trains and Planes. Hi, hello. That was a great movie. Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. John Candy. Know that movie? Is that where you got that name from? Phenomenal, funny movie. He's an actor that really should have been here longer. Really funny guy. But yeah, I don't know if anybody has any topics or suggestions they want to throw out there. Like I said, I didn't plan to be on here very long today. I really just wanted to acknowledge, like, Mike Side, who didn't even tell me he was subscribed. I mean, who knows? Maybe down the road I'll be monetized. And, you know, well, I guess all those subscriptions and those likes that I never see will make a difference. It would be nice to have a little extra to do anything with, really. Like, buy a new pair of sneakers. I usually get a lot of hand-me-downs. I'm kind of used to it. I was the youngest of all the cousins in my family, so they still drop me off a big black bag full of clothes that, like, they no longer wear. And to me, it's a shopping trip, you know. Everything is new to me as long as it's new to me. Do you understand? Like, it doesn't have to be, like, brand new. It doesn't have to be fancy schmancy. And I really just cannot stand going to the mall. Like, I'm not a shopper. I'd rather take a dusty, musty thrift store over fancy stores any day, honestly. And it's not that they're intimidating. They're just, I don't really get excited about high-priced items. It just doesn't do it for me. I think even if I were wealthy, I wouldn't have the need to shop. I get what I need, and I'd probably order shit to like off a catalog. You know, like, don't make me go there. What'd you say? What? I could get a rowboat and go sit in the middle of a lake for a couple hours and fish. I got my fishing license, so I gotta check out where I'm gonna go over the next couple weeks, because I want to make sure I get some fishing in this season. Got plenty of worm spots in the yard. I could fill a can probably in a half an hour, do a little digging. I won't have to go buy worms or anything. It's amazing how they stick them in those cold fridges and they just kind of sleep, you know? They just go to sleep. But I got ample amounts of spots where I can fill a can. And there's a couple little bodies of water around here that I can even just fish from, you know, from the road edge. Every time I go past, there's always somebody there, and I'll roll down my window. I'll be like, are they biting today? And they're like, yeah, man, I got a big bass over there, you know. Oh, it's going to be me probably this week. I don't know, maybe this weekend fishing. Can't take the girls with me, though, because they're not areas where I can monitor what they're doing. And if I take them where I have been letting them swim, I don't want to pay attention to them. I would just want to fish. So, I don't know. Sometimes you have to, like, be a little selfish with your choices. Most of the time, I cater to them. Because, you know, if you have dogs, I mean, you're their world. Oh, what happened? If they had a shitty day, it's your fault. That's how I look at it, you know. So, what's up, Aiden? Well, cats, although, Mike, cats, they'll just give you a dirty look no matter what you're talking about. Oh, I might have an opportunity to get a kitten. This woman that I see often, she rescues them, and she's got a baby. Another little black cat. A little white on his chest, like everybody else around here. I have a couple of tuxedos. I'm really missing Mr. Yan. He was such a sweetheart. Only 4, so, you know, no. And he was my sweet boy. He would go up to anybody. So if anybody did take him and hurt him, I know it's because he volunteered. You know, he's friendly. He's sweet. The other 2 are a lot more kind of elusive, and they got to get to know you before they would approach you. So if you're a regular around here, they'll come up to you. But if you're not, you won't even know that I have cats. Where Yanni would walk right up to somebody. Most of my cats have been like that. But that's because I'm a very in-your-face owner. Like, I can't walk past any of my animals without wanting to pet them or annoy them. The joys of owning pets, right? You know, I mean, look at this. So she's all done sitting by the door. Ooh, I have to just show you how cute this is. Okay, oops, are you there? Okay. Mike, are you watching? What's it say? Look. What are you doing? Are you taking a nap? Nellie is. But all I see is her head peeking over the edge of the couch. I don't know if I got her in the view. Did you see it? Yeah. She's cute. Anyway. Ooh. Almost looks like the sun. No. It might be a good idea to go for a little walk around the yard and see what creatures are out. Like I said, I didn't really intend to do a live today. I just got my weekly thing, and it always makes me really happy to see that people are, yeah, goofballs, that people are enjoying my shorts. I have a kind of a weird sense of humor. Kind of corny, kind of childlike. But since I'm choosing music and stuff that's handling adult situations, I'm not sure how it's coming across. You never know. That's why I like feedback. So, oh yeah, wasn't that your job, Mike, to give me some feedback? I'm just picking on you because I can. Because I'm way up here and you're way down there, so you're safe. Anybody who's far away from me, stay there. It's the safest place to be in the world. Yeah. Oh, that's really funny. I'm having my chai tea again. Delicious. I probably should have made it hot today since it's so chilly. What are you going to do? Yeah, it looks like it might be clearing up a little bit out there. Of course, when I got home and I had to unload the car, it was pouring. I was like, ah. But, story of my life, right? Alrighty, well, maybe I'll just wish everybody a good afternoon and see what I can get accomplished here today. I might even just take a fat nap. It's still early, right? What time is it? Oh, it's 4 o'clock. I could totally like, I'm not really a big napper, but I'm tired, so, you know. Actually, what I need to do is start getting on my work schedule, going to bed early and getting up early and getting everybody into a routine before we get, like, slam buckled. Best feedback is to keep doing what you are doing and being yourself. That's all I am doing. There's no forethought to what I'm doing. like I said, it's like good therapy. Like I'm having a blast doing it. So if you think it's doable and I'm doing okay right now, then thank you. I really appreciate that feedback. Yeah, you're seeing my personality in my shorts for sure. Like I said, I talk when I take videos. There's no practice. There's no scripts. we we are in the moment. Sometimes I have to take like a 3-minute video and just kind of pick a little section, but I don't have the technology or the ability to cut and move things around. Like I can't do anything fancy. Lately, it's been asking me to like combine more than one short, and I'm still trying to figure out what I would want to combine. Like I'll try something new. Every once in a while, something new will pop up, but it doesn't stay. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like I need some tutelage actually. So if I come across somebody here locally by me who's, oh, Nelly, all right. Gross. Who knows what they're doing. I would love to sit side by side somebody and learn more. Right now, like I said, it's just trial and error. And I'm sticking to what works. And considering I've got 3 options. I tried the microphone again. I sang a little song the other day to the tadpoles. So every now and then I might do something like that. It is an well, I'm entertaining. Is that what you're saying? Well, I mean, making shorts is super fun. I don't think you can really do them wrong. Oh, no. If I'm silent, I am sleeping, I don't feel well, or I'm concentrating. Oh, okay. You mean lives, not shorts. Okay. Yeah. I think I missed my calling when I was young. I missed my calling. But I did get a chance to be a teacher, which put me in front of little faces for long periods of time. And I think it was mutual back and forth entertainment. Because there's always something funny going on in the room or something that's worth discussing with everybody else. And most of the time, kids are the best sports ever. And then even if they do get a little embarrassed and their face gets red, you tell them what that is. Oh, I can see your cheeks are getting red. Are you feeling nervous? That's called being, feeling humiliated. It's okay if you feel uncomfortable. Everybody feels that way in those situations. You don't make them feel badly about being human. You acknowledge their humanity, you acknowledge the humanity that they're showing you as a developing human being, and you honor that because it's normal. It's normal to be embarrassed, and if your cheeks turn red, it's normal to be anxious and scared when you're doing something new in front of somebody. Like, listen. Problem is, people are so, I think adults sometimes expect children to feel the way that they do. No, they're so malleable. You could create an army of confident people if you just fuel confidence and kindness in kids. I don't know. We're the ones with the hang-ups. When you get to be an adult and you start thinking about, oh, this person said this about me, and this person thinks this, and I don't have nice enough stuff, and, the whole Joneses thing. Look next door at the Joneses. Well, nah. I'd rather invite the Joneses over for a barbecue. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm just not. But thank you, Mike. That's pretty damn nice of you to say that. I appreciate that. You should see me on the Polish dance floor. That's where I'm a natural. I don't get off. I am sore for the next 4 days, but it is so worth it. I do have a couple shorts of me polka dancing, if you look for those. Just search the ones that say polka, and I'm pretty sure you'll see me zooming by on the dance floor. Shorts too. Yeah, I prefer, I do say stuff, and sometimes I'll kind of mute it out, but I like when the lyrics of a song tell the story, or they infer the meaning behind the short. Like, what you're seeing can sometimes have double meanings, and with me right now, everything has, like, double and triple meanings. Because there are certain people I'd like to say things to. I just am not going to do it, but I'll say it through a short. And it's so subtle. Like, I hope that they're still entertaining. Do what you're doing. Double down on the talking. Double down? What does double down mean? Do more? Hi, Jason Drinkwater. I remember your name. What do you mean? What do you mean by double down? Look, you're giving me advice. I'm listening. Jason Drinkwater, if you stick around after Mike gives me advice, I want to tell you a story about somebody who drank too much water and had to be hospitalized. Apparently, you can overdose on water. It washes out all your minerals and electrolytes, the things your body needs, and then you get really sick. Did you know that? Maybe your name should be drink a little less water. Or drink not too much water. I don't know. Anyway. That's creativity with the shorts and music. Oh, another thing YouTube needs. What does it need? Music? So you think I should talk more? You know, any people who have known me my whole life might knock you right off your chair for saying that. You have to understand, though, my environment that I was in for where I had the freedom to be myself, I would say for about 27 years, was three through 7-year-olds, 3 through 9-year-olds. Well, the last couple of years, they went to 9 years. And we talked all day about everything. I'm just in a habit of exchanging thoughts verbally, which I guess created a menace. But anyway, I think that was a little bit of who my personality was, and I think I found the perfect profession for me that wise, due to that being, to me, is a strength. Some people think it's an annoyance. You're telling me it's not so bad. But yeah, I guess, okay, I'll keep doing what I'm doing. I just wish they'd stop hacking. Like, I just put up a cat one that got a bunch of views. It hit like 600 views really quickly. Now, all of a sudden, the video is all sketchy. So whoever's attacking me, if somebody shows an interest in what I do, it immediately gets attacked. Like, if you look at that one, you're going to see the video, the quality of the video is crap now. And I don't know about you, but nobody likes to look at anything that makes them a little, like, nauseated. And so I got kind of pissed off because I was like, what are you doing? Leave my shit alone. Like, why do you... I would not do this to somebody. Mike's side. I would not. I'll show you what I mean. And it's such a shame because, you know, whatever interrupts, if they think it's going to make somebody not watch what I do, to me, it's just shitty. It's just, again, shitty. But, like, I'll show you. And it wasn't a fancy short. Nothing fancy. I mean, I did pick a song that basically, it's called The Plot. I think that's what I titled it. Okay, now watch the quality. The word is blurry. The cat's fur is all weird. You know, why do they gotta do that? You know, like, how do they do that? Like, I got nauseous right away when I looked at the word. I was like, whoa. And they do it to a lot of my shorts. They just mess with it. I don't know. It's not nice. So anyway, this is the little guy. This is where he was when I went inside the house. I came out 15, 20 minutes later. And that little chubby dude. And listen, this is my content, so I can do this. I'm not stealing anybody's content. Stealing my own content. Yeah. Oh, and we found yet another European hornet's nest in another tree. So I have to do I don't want to kill them, but God forbid somebody comes to my property and they're allergic to bees and one of these hornets happens to sting them. We're going to have an issue. So I'm debating what to do. But yeah, why do they keep attacking my shorts, Mike's side? And how can they do that? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, how do they get access to do that? It hasn't gotten any better. So whoever it is, it's an inside job, right? Don't get it. You work for YouTube, or maybe, right? You said you do a couple YouTube things. Can't you ask them, hey, you know somebody whose shorts are constantly, you know, being manipulated in their numbers? What do you suggest they do about it? I don't know if you have that avenue, but you could ask for me. Because I have tried to utilize every avenue they've given me, and they're disregarding it. They don't care. Somebody, like I said, it says if you hashtag my channel, and you'll see it says 2 channels. I don't have 2 channels, Mike's side. I have 1, but we figured out last time that somebody else is doing all the manipulation. So, yeah, not cool. Yeah, I don't think so. It only happens to shorts that get high numbers in a 24-hour period. It seems to be pretty deliberate to me. It's not like it happens to shorts that only have 21 views. Anything that goes to like 600 views in the first like 5 hours, which a lot of my animal ones do. You know, there's a lot of animal lovers out there. I'm guilty of watching other people's. I think they're adorable. Oh my God, there was one with a dog that went underwater, and it was underwater for a really long time, and then came up with a fish in its mouth. And so I was like, what? I was like, it was chasing a fish down under there, and it was like a pity mix, which was even better because who knew they like to swim? Who knew? But yeah, Mike, I don't know. I really want this I really want it to get problem solved, so that if I could actually, you know, make a little side money doing this, it would be great. It would be really helpful, really, really helpful. I could get some things that I need. And then the girl who brings her puppy down, well, he's not such a baby anymore, who plays with my dog, we were going to research around here locally to some rescues, and we were going to take any amount of the money. We were gonna decide what we would want to share. Like if we got a little thing going, we would want to like give back, because she rescued her puppy. And he turned out to be a gem, a really beautiful dog. So I told her, you know, because he's in a lot of the videos, I said, well, why don't you help me pick a place? And she was all for it. We thought that was like the coolest idea. But if I can't monetize and I can't have my channel be respected, you know, by YouTube or whoever's managing the channels, or, you know, then why, you know, I can't help anybody. Can't even help myself. So it's a little frustrating, Mike. You know, you get paid for what you do. You know, I don't. I don't. It's kind of like the other situation that I was in. I didn't get anything back for my time and effort and energy. And I loved every minute of it, just like I'm doing this. But there comes a time in your life where, whoa, did you hear that bird? I think he agrees. Exactly. Tell me about it. Tell Mike's side. Can you hear that bird, Mike? He totally told you. And just in case you didn't hear it the first time, he told you again. That bird is loud. Oh, you know what? I didn't put any feed out for them today because it was raining. Maybe I'm getting yelled at. Listen, if I go out on this side of the house and it's like 10 o'clock, close to 11, and I haven't put any fresh seed out, they get to squawking and gathering, and it is ridiculous, but they let me have it. He's agreeing with me. You heard him, right? And look, he got his point across. But anyway, I need to get it resolved. Like, I want to be able to, like, do what everybody else is doing. I'm so tired of being held back in my life. Everybody and their fucking brother doesn't want to see me succeed. And then everybody's like, oh, she'll never amount to anything. Even like that other channel I was on. Everything that I could do just kept getting minimized. Everything. Every little thing that I was doing just kept getting minimized. And after a while, I was like, that's it. I'm all done being flexible for somebody who cannot return that to me. So it is what it is. Now here I am being independent, 100% independent with this channel. I have gotten zero assistance from anyone. Nobody. So if anybody tells you that they've assisted me with this channel or shown me how to do things, they're lying out their ass. This is 100% me, my creativity, my thoughts, my footage, my everything. And somebody is still getting in my way. What is that? What is that? Why do people do that? Can't I just do something for fun without having somebody try to inhibit me? I don't like it. I don't like it. And it's the last thing I do to people that I know. I am everybody's cheerleader. Everybody's. Because it makes me feel really good to see people really happy with themselves. It's why I became a teacher. My favorite thing is to watch a kid realize they don't need your help, or that they have gotten so good at something, they can help another kid in the class. It is beautiful to see. And I really try to approach my adult friends in the same manner. But it's funny, adults don't want to see you be successful. They got their own fucking childhood hang-ups that they just, ugh. It's very frustrating, Mike. Sorry I'm venting at you, but this is how I feel. I really, truly feel somebody deliberately is trying to keep me down. And I see it in all aspects of my life. And I don't know why people do this to me. I don't know. I'm not a victim because I voluntarily help people. I voluntarily participate in things. I voluntarily bring my energy, my joy, especially if it's something that I like to do or that I'm learning to do or I have an opportunity. And it's just, they just get annoyed. They get annoyed. Somebody said to me, you learn things too quick. No, I don't. You know, just because I have a smile on my face doesn't mean inside my head I'm going, holy fuck, this is really fucking hard. Like, everything is hard. Everything is a challenge. But you can't fold so quickly. Hey, there are things that I've tried that I will never try again because they were just too goddamn much for me, or too physically demanding, or intellectually demanding. You know, if it's not for me, it's not for me. And I've no problem bowing out, stepping back and being an audience and watching somebody else bang it out because they can. And I can stand there and be the one applauding. I like that role as equally as I do being successful. But I mean, at this point, at this age, at 51, the fact that there are still people trying to hold me back, it's gross. It's gross. My jobs do it. My friends do it. My family does it. You know who doesn't do it? My animals. Right? See, we just sabotage you by leaving toys and bones out in the dark so you can trip over them in the middle of the night. It happens. Oh my God, I fell on the floor trying to put my foot into a pant leg the other day. I lost my balance and kerplunk. Luckily, I didn't hurt myself, but Nellie was in the room and I just looked at her and she looked at me like, I was like, I'm just getting old. I was like, what the fuck? I wasn't paying attention. I didn't have good balance the other day. You know, I don't always have the best of balance. I have some inner ear issues. And, but I looked at her and she came over and she was like super sweet. I was like, thanks, Nell. But if there was a person in the room, I swear to God, the two of us would have been rolling for at least 15 minutes. Because it was how stupid it was. But anyway, are you sure talking is the right way to go, Mike? Because I do have that impulsive nature. I don't often think before I speak. So you're typically getting whatever the hell is at the tip of my tongue, right off the cuff. I have no forethought to most conversations that I'm in. That's why you typically get 100% honesty from me because, you know, give me time to think about it. You know, anyways. Well, Mike, I love your positivity. I just wish that I could get this sorted out and problem solved because I want to do more. I want to be able to do more. I want to be more successful at it. I want to, you know, potentially maybe make a little money off of it so that I can give back to the community that I'm in or, you know, take better care of myself. You know, what I wouldn't do to go and just buy like a whole bunch of new bras and underwear. They cost a lot of money. Like, those are treats when you can go and get like one. You know, and I even had clothing stolen, as petty as it is. That's a couple of the things that they stole. Things that I really enjoy wearing. But no. Petty, 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 petty. So whatever. Like, come on. I can't. I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time accepting the level of pettiness that I'm being exposed to right now. I would just think people would have better things to do with their time and their energy. And Lord knows, I hope they're more than capable of doing better things, because if this is what you're proud of, gang stalking and trying to make someone feel badly about themselves, like, grow the fuck up. I'm 51 years old. Do you really think I'm going to have a temper tantrum and lay on the floor and cry? No, man, I'm going to keep on trucking. Life is too short. I've overcome so many obstacles that people have placed in front of me. You're not going to stop me now. You're annoying the crap out of me. Well done. But, like, whatever. Weh. I'm going to get over it. I'm pray for you. That's appropriate, right? I'll put a word in for you, but I can't guarantee it's going to go anywhere. Like, you really just have to find something better to do with your time and your energy. Leave me alone. You know? Let me be me. I don't stop anybody from being themselves. I really don't. So it's frustrating, Mike. Even the birds agree. You know it. You heard him. He told you. Where were you when I did my records the other day, ma'am? That was funny. I couldn't even help myself. I sang along with the ones that I knew. Not many people lasted long in my chat, probably because of that, but who cares? There's a nice guy, Pip, from England. He hangs out with me for long periods of time. What a nice guy. But he likes music. So, and a young girl from India, absolutely lovely. She's been hanging out with me. And she seems to have an old soul, so. You know, you never know who your confidants are going to be and what you're doing, but you have to keep yourself open. And I'm happy to hang out with anybody who's respectful, who has a good sense of humor. Now you look like a frog. This dog, I don't understand how she sits the way she sits. You would think this hurts. Watch. Look at this expression. I can't. I really can't. Are you disappointed that we're not outside today? You're looking like a frog. Look at your back legs. Oh, does Nellie have your bone? You have a bone right next to you, you know. I mean, this is just how shorts are born. They're just being dogs, and I take my camera, and I take a little snippet, and I make a comment, and there you have it. Aw, well, she's done. Okay, what are you going to do? Rainy days, everybody stays kind of mellow around here. But, yeah. Alrighty, well, I guess I'll just wish everybody a nice afternoon. And I just want to say thank you again. Like I said, what did it say? I had 273 likes this past week. And I really didn't get out as many shorts as I wanted to. But anybody who bothers to appreciate or even watch one of my shorts thoroughly through or listen to the music and see why I picked it, that's pretty awesome. I want you all to know that I do watch a lot of other people's, and I love what other people are doing. I love the creativity that people put into them. There's somebody that I watch, and he focuses on all insects, and he puts really fantastic music to his up-close insects. The thing is, he actually makes it educational because he'll research what kind of insect it is, and he'll do a little description so you actually know what you're looking at. I don't have that. I don't have that part. I'm not educating anybody on anything. If I know the name of it, I'll share it. If I don't, I'll just be like, this bug's cool. You know? But I absolutely love what he's doing because he's teaching. You know, he's teaching, and I think he's somewhere, I forget. I also want to say maybe England. But I love what he does. His close-ups are beautiful. Like, I'm not really good with camera work either. Again, I'm always winging what I'm doing. But I'm doing the best that I can, and I appreciate your feedback, Mike. You were way more positive than I expected. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more constructivism. But if you can maybe ask around to whoever, you know, with regards to what the hell else? How do I find out how to stop these people? You know what I mean? Like, who the hell can constantly get into my stuff and alter what I'm doing? I mean, they changed the stuff. Like, so I know that second channel is the person being me or whatever the hell you call it. And they have the full access. And I'm sorry, but like, that is not cool at all. I don't know. To me, that's stealing. That's just outright robbing. It's outright invasion of privacy. It's all those things that you're not supposed to be doing if you're a good person. I'd never sneak onto somebody's channel, steal it. And if they're making money off this channel, oh, hell no. You know how I feel about that? I'd be really pissed off to find that out, and I'm going to guess that they are. Like I said, I see commercials. I see all sorts of things that I'm not supposed to have. I'm not supposed to have. I'm not a part of that program. Yeah. And I think that what I'm seeing is like something that they're creating as far as my numbers and whatnot. It's not legitimate. None of it is legitimate. So I just need to know how to get to the bottom of it, because I need to just stop. You know, that's like me going to a Giz concert and holding up a sign that says BOO. Who in their right mind would do that? You know what I mean? Not cool, right? That's how I feel about it. It's that offensive. And I don't think anybody would do that. I would hold up a sign that has Y-O-O-O-O-O-O-O-O. I'm always yelling. Woo! Like, I'm that chick in the audience cheering them on. I don't think they mind, though. But anyway, Mike Side, I'm glad you said hello again. I'm sorry if I interrupted your work. I know that you're usually busy doing your editing work down there in Puerto Rico. So, again, I'll keep you in mind when these storms come through, and I hope you're safe and sound. Let me know if there's ever anything we can do for you up here. If you ever get stuck in a situation down there, I'd love to help you out if I can. And again, I appreciate the positive comments. I really do. Thank you. That and your little Frankenstein. Life's not the same without little Frankenstein and your little hearts with the blue hands. I can't. I can't. But anyway, all right, so take care. And I'm going to go figure out what I'm going to accomplish while I still have a tiny bit of sunlight, because my house is super dark. Once the sun goes down, not much I can do around here. I don't have any overhead lights. As you can see, I have beams, hand-hewn. Oops. Yeah, see these beams way up there? This house was built in 1760-something. I have no ceiling lights. I have large hand-hewn beams. So I have to use all lamp light and stuff. So it's super dark once the sun goes down. So I try to get my ass up early and get everything that I need to. Like yesterday, I vacuumed from one end of the house to the other because it was so bright and it was cool out. I could open everything. Today it's dark. So I think I might take that nap. You know I'm tired when I trip over my own words, and I am tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. Tripping all over the place. And I don't think I'm going to be disturbing the girls. Look, I think it's nap time here, too. Look. Rowie is snoozing. She's huge. And Nellie. Nellie's just chewing her bone, right, Noon? Yeah. And I don't know where Ruby is. She got out of the way when we were playing fetch because she kept getting run over. But anyways. All right, I hope everybody has a nice afternoon wherever you are. Morning, evening. I can't believe how funny it is that we're all on different time zones. And like I said, maybe Mike, maybe you'll catch the next live where I'm playing some of my mom's old 45s. I did get the second box, and it's as full as the last one. What I might do is just do like 25 records and then stop and then do another one with 25 records, because I did a whole box of records. I think I was on there for like 6 hours. But I didn't care. It was super fun, and it was a beautiful day. I think it was Sunday that I did it. And I enjoyed it. So like I said, I'm not really doing this to please anybody. I love it if people join along and it's their thing. But it's just super fun for me. It's just super duper fun. And while I keep coming up with things to do, if anybody ever has any suggestions, just don't dare me to do something crazy, because the answer is no. I have no problem with the word no. What I do have a problem with is people exploiting and taking advantage of me. And I think that has happened way too much. And as far as my YouTube channel goes, I'm going to have faith that at some point somebody is going to catch what's going on and it's going to stop. And I'm going to be able to have a monetized channel. I'm going to be able to use all of everything that everybody else can do and maybe get the opportunity to be even more creative than I am, because it's fun. And you said that I was a natural. So, you know, I'm not going to stop if there's even 5 people who are enjoying it aside from myself. Probably not going to stop even if it's just me. It's just frustrating when you know that somebody is manipulating what you're doing without your permission. You know, no one ever offered help. No one. And even when I brought up my channel, I got no, I'm not helping you, from like several people. And so I was just like, okay. So I'm doing it. It's all 100% me. So anybody who tells you that they're responsible for anything that I'm doing or any of the ideas or anything at all that has to do with my neighborsue channel, they're lying, for the record. Okay, just thought I'd put that out there. All right, cheers to Puerto Rico, Mike, and stay happy, stay sane, and get to work, because you're supposed to be working right now, right? As far as everybody else goes, thanks for popping in and popping out. See you soon. And good chance next time I get on here, it'll be a music day, a 45's records day. Because it was super fun. Nap time. Ciao.